Okay, so today we'll do our assignment and then we'll look at some more linear equation.
I didn't get to touch this one, Miss Barbara. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's
My
okay.
workload.
Yeah, I can understand. All right. Okay. I got the answer there. Anyway, we have to solve it. 1/5, solve the linear equation. Linear equations, we said, are equations that when we plot them, we get straight lines. So line has line in it. That means a line is a straight line for a linear equation. That means when you plot on a coordinate grid, the x that's on the horizontal and the y on the vertical for values of x and y, and you put those together, join those together, those points, you'll get a straight line. Now, to solve this, we actually simplified the parentheses. And that means multiplying what's outside the parentheses by what's inside of the parentheses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just do that. Let's just copy that and do the multiplication. Okay, Mercedes, you want to do the multiplication?
I'm sorry. I was afraid you're gonna call me.
No, you can do it. What's 1/5 times 10? That's like 10/5. What's 10/5, Mercedes?
10/5 is like divide 5 into 10. Both
Yeah,
sides.
and what is that?
I think that's just 2x.
2x. Very good. See, you know how to do it. All right. Now, what's 1/5 of 20? In other words, minus 20. Minus 20 divided by 5. What's that?
20 divided by 4.
That's a -4. Okay, so let's put -4 and then I'll make that bigger. Okay, so we've taken care of our parentheses. Let's just make that bigger. Okay. So everybody okay with doing the parentheses part first, multiplying the 1/5 by the 10x minus 20. That gives you 2x minus 4. Audrey, you okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, did you do that step?
I don't think they did that. I'm not sure what they did.
Oh, okay, that's okay. That's okay. So now 1/5 times 10x minus 20, as we said, is 2x minus 4. Now you want to get your variables on the left and your constants on the right. So your variables are the ones with the x, right? And let me just make this, put this all on the other screen. Okay. Now, Mercedes, how do I get my variables, my x's together?
Oh boy. Let's see now. We're going to add 2 on both sides.
Wait a minute now. You don't see a 2 here. You see a 2x.
2x, please.
So you see a 2x and a 1x. So that 1x that's sitting over here on the right, we want to get it on the left. So what do we
Okay.
do?
We said 2x plus 1x make it 3x. Am I correct?
No.
Oh,
Remember, when you finish, you only want the x's on one side. What you're doing, you'll still have
oh.
x's on both sides.
So we're going to
How do you get this x right here on the right?
add 2x on both sides.
So if you add, if you add, you'll still have 2x right here. 1x plus 1x is 2x, and you'll still have 2x, and 1x is 3x. So you'll still have x's on both sides.
Oh, Lord.
Subtract 2x on both sides.
What do you do, Audrey?
You subtract 2x from both sides.
Not 2x. You
X from both
subtract
sides.
x. Remember, we
from both
want
sides.
this 2x to stay right here where it is. It's on the left.
And X from both sides.
That's it. You see that, Mercedes? You want to subtract
X from both sides.
Yep. x from both sides. Mercedes, you see that?
Yes, miss.
Why you wouldn't add? Because if you add, you still will have x's on both sides, right?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you think about the operation. When you finish the operation, if you still have the variables on both sides, then you really haven't done the right operation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you subtract the x, let me just copy that and do that step. So you can see how you can eliminate that x on one side. So minus x on the left, minus x, okay, and minus x on the right. Now, Mercedes, what do I have on the left side now? This side.
Long way always confuse me.
2x minus 4 minus 1x.
Let's give it 3x.
2x minus 1x, remember that's a 1. 2 minus 1, Mercedes,
1x.
is just 1x, right? So let's just put 1x, even though that's the same as x, right? And we still have our minus 4. And what do we have on the right side, Mercedes?
On the right side, we have minus x from 3. Minus x and minus 2.
You have a plus x and a minus x. It gives you what?
That's 2x.
A plus x and a minus x, Mercedes.
Subtract.
That's a
Yes.
0. Remember, plus and minus of the same
0.
variable or
Yeah,
constant
0.
or combination is 0.
Yes, 0.
So what do I have left over here on the right side?
0.
You're gonna throw away your minus 3?
Oh Lord, yes, minus 3.
You'd have a minus
3.
3, right? Okay, so you'd have a minus 3. 1x minus 4 equals minus 3. Now you see you have a minus 4 here and a minus 3. What do you do?
Okay.
Want to get this constant minus 4 on the side with the minus 3. So what operation do you do for that to happen?
Addition.
That's right. Very good. So what are you adding, Mercedes?
We're adding we're adding 4 on both sides.
That's it. Very good. Add 4 to both sides. All right, so let's just do that. Let me make that bigger. Okay, so let's add the 4 to both sides. Let's copy that equation and add the 4. So add 4 to the left side. And add 4 to the right side. Now, Mercedes, what do you have over on the left side? Over here, what's left?
On the left side,
Right.
I have on the left side, I have what, 5?
Minus 4 and a plus 4
Oh, minus just 0.
is 0. So then you have just 1x, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 1x. Who's making the noise?
That's me, Miss Barbara.
Somebody
I'm on the
coming
wrong
on,
side.
I think. Okay.
Yeah, I was on the bed. That's
Hey,
where I
okay.
am.
What's a -3 and a +4, Mercedes?
That is 1.
That's it. Very good. +1. So then x, if you divide both sides by 1, what is x equal to?
1x.
What is x equal to?
1.
That's it. Just 1. Because you divide both sides by 1, so x 1/1 is just 1. That's your answer.
Oh boy.
X equal to 1, and what choice was that? Let me make that bigger.
Okay, where is it?
There are your choices.
Oh, okay.
A, B, C. A is -1, B is 17, C is 3, and D is 1. So what's your answer, Mercedes?
D as in dog.
That's it. D as in dog. Answer D. Any questions on number 1?
No, miss, I'm surprised at myself doing it.
See, you did it. You definitely did it. So even though this was a fraction here, that's okay, because you're gonna, whatever it is, you're gonna multiply what's in
Because
parentheses.
that's a fraction, miss, I get nervous.
No, you shouldn't, because you multiply fractions just like you do whole numbers.
Okay.
Numerator time numerator, denominator time denominator. But when you don't see the denominator, it's a 1. So this is like 10x over 1, right? 20 over 1, correct?
Yeah.
So 1/5 times 10 over 1, 10x over 1, and that's how we got our 2x. And then 1/5 times 20 over 1, 20 over 5, that's a -20. That's how you got your -4. Now you've simplified it where you have your variables and your constants. So get those variables over on the left. That means getting that x to the left. And to do that, you'd have to subtract it, right? Because it has a plus sign. And so you'll have 2x minus x. 2x minus 1x is just 1x. And then now you have the constant, the -4 on the left and the -3. So you want to get the 4 over on the side with the -3. That means adding the 4 because it's negative here, right? That's how you end up with 1x equal 1, or x is 1/1, and x is 1. Answer D. Any questions on number 1? Questions? Maureen, questions?
No, Miss Barbara, I had the answer anyhow.
Oh, you had the answer. Very good. Okay. Audrey, what happened? You sent me.
I don't know. I was a little confused with all the work, to be honest with you.
Okay, but is it clearer now?
Yeah.
You want to try number 2? Okay, let me just take that out. Let's do, Audrey, you're gonna, okay, try number 2, Audrey. Solving for V.
Ouch.
And let me just copy this here, and then you just tell me what to do. -17 equals 2V minus 3. And take out that E because it did the renumbering and I didn't want that to happen. Okay. Now, okay, Audrey, what would you do first? There's no wrong answer because there's more than one way you could do this. You just tell me, what would you do first?
I used to subtract the V from both sides. That's what I did first.
Well, the V is multiplied, so you wouldn't subtract because 2V means a multiplication, 2 times V.
True. Yeah.
So you want to keep that together. That's 2v, and that variable only appears one place. So there's no subtraction, addition, whatever. Later you'll do a division, but you keep that
Subtract 3
2v
from both
together.
sides.
So what you need is to get the minus 17 and minus 3
3.
together. So what would you do?
Subtract 3 from both sides.
But that's a subtraction right there. So you're gonna do the opposite, Audrey.
Add.
That's right. You're gonna add. See, whatever operation is going on, you do the opposite. So if you subtracting a 3, to get this right side to go to 0, you'd have to add a 3. And you have to do that to both sides. So you add 3 to both sides. Okay, Audrey, you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so no subtraction, because subtraction, you still have the 3 minus 3 would give you a minus 6, and then you still have the constant with this minus 70 on the left. So you haven't really got the constants together. Okay, so you add 3 to both sides. So let's just copy that and add the 3. Okay, so add the 3 on the left. And add the 3 on the right. Okay, so minus 17 and plus 3 is what, Audrey?
Mm, 14.
Plus or minus?
14 plus or minus.
Is it a negative 14 or plus 14?
It's a negative.
That's it. Very good, Audrey, because you subtract and you take the sign of the bigger number with absolute value, and that's the 17. Okay, so let's just make that bigger. So we've got minus 14 on the left. Now, Audrey, what do we have on the right?
6, 3.
A minus 3 and a
Negative
plus
3.
3 is what, Audrey?
Negative 3.
No, minus and plus is 0 of the
0.
same value. That's 0, right?
Let me see.
A minus 3 and a plus 3 is 0.
Yes.
Yeah, when the value is the same, whether it's constants or variables or combinations, when you add them, you get 0. So what would I write here then on the right side?
0.
And what else is you see on the
2v.
right? 2v, right?
2v.
We have 2v.
2v.
Okay, now minus 14 equal 2v. So what would you do now? You're solving for v. What would you do? How would you solve for v? What would you do on the right side? What would you do with that 2? Two v is multiplication. 2 times v.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. So you divide both sides
2.
by 2. And what would that give you, Audrey?
7,
Plus or minus?
1. Okay.
Would be a plus 7 or minus 7?
A minus 7.
That's right. So minus 7 equal v. Right? And then you could reverse it. You could just say if minus 7 equal to V, then V equal minus 7. So what's your answer? A, B, C, or D? Audrey?
I don't even know which one they looking at. Okay, 7B.
B, that's right, minus 7. There's your answer. Answer B.
B. Wow.
Because if minus 7 equals V, you write like this, and V is equal to minus 7. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you would solve that one. Even though your V is sitting on the right, that's okay. You can always move it to the left, because if one side's equal to the other, then the reverse is the same thing, just saying a different way. Any questions on number 2? Mercedes? Mercedes, where are you?
Yes, miss. I was answering and forgot I'm mute.
Okay, any questions on number 2?
Oh, miss, thank you. I did it. I finished it before she was.
Oh, okay, very good. So you got the right answer, right?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, now let's go to number 3. I think I told you there's a an equation y equal mx plus b, a slope intercept equation. Y equal mx plus b. Now that's the general format. Now the m is the slope, so that means the coefficient of the m is the slope, and slope is rise over run. Okay, so let me just make that a small y. So if you have an equation in this format, slope intercept format, then whatever the coefficient of the x, that's the slope. B is the y-intercept. We'll look at that more later, but right now we're looking at the slope. So y equal minus 2x plus 1. So let me just copy that. And Maureen, what is my m in this equation? Maureen, what is m?
M.
In this equation, what is m? Okay. M
1.
is the slope. Now,
Oh.
m is the coefficient of the x.
Oh.
Coefficient is the number in front of the x. What is that number, Maureen?
2. The number in front of the X is a 2.
I don't see a 2.
Minus 2x.
But that's a minus 2, Maureen.
Yeah.
Can't just say 2, that's a minus 2. So the answer is what, Maureen? A, B,
Two.
C, or D?
D. C.
C, that's right. Answer C, because the minus 2 is the coefficient of the x. That's our m. That's our rise over run. The number in front of the x, the coefficient. That's a minus 2, not a 2, a minus 2, because m minus 2x, m is our minus 2, 1 is our b that we call the y-intercept. Any questions on number 3? Now, this may not have been as clear as it should be the last time I gave you when I said that the common format of the slope intercept equation is y equal mx plus b, where m is the slope.
So Miss, all we need to do was to just put 2 in place of m.
minus 2 is
Minus
the
in
m.
case of M, yeah.
That's right. That's like our mx. Minus 2 is m, and the 1 is our b. So if I ask you what was the y-intercept, you'll tell me 1, because 1 is our b in the
Oh.
general format. Got it?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So remember that, because we'll be looking at some slope problems later. Not this session, another session. Rise of the line over the run of the line. And the rise is the change in the y. The rise up, that's the vertical. The run is run across, that's the x. So later when we look at slope, you'll know the rise is the difference in the y values, and the run is the difference in the x value. So if you have 2 points on the line, you can calculate the slope. Got it?
Okay, miss.
Okay. Number 4. Let me put this on the next line. Mercedes, the standard form of a linear equation in one variable x is which one of these?
Oh boy. In one variable x is. I don't quite remember what Mr. I want to guess.
And remember, I told you linear equations
Straight
power
line.
is never more than 1.
Mhm.
So that means you can eliminate 3 of these right away, right,
The
Maureen?
answer- Yeah, yeah.
What's the answer, Maureen?
Miss, I'm
Yeah.
talking.
Okay, Mercedes, I'm
I
sorry, I
was-
didn't hear you.
Okay, I was saying that you say you just eliminate 3 of these. I was saying A, B, and D. B, D, B, C, and D.
Yes, you can eliminate B, C, and D because the powers are 2 or greater.
Okay.
And remember, for a linear, I told you last time, linear equations power never exceeds 1.
Okay,
So, Mercedes, what's the answer?
the answer is A.
That's it. Perfect.
Thank you.
But I was telling you how you could eliminate the others because
yeah.
the powers are too big. Linear only has power of 1. That's the biggest. And when it says standard form of a linear equation, and you look here, it says, oh, that's to the second, that's to the third. That's no, it can't be those, because I know my power can't exceed 1. And the
Okay.
only place where it's just 1 is answer A, right?
That's right.
Okay. Now later we'll look at some with the power of 2, because B is really the quadratic formula format. It has a power of 2. Any questions? Number 4. Your key here was linear equation, right?
Yeah.
Linear power of 1 is the highest power on a linear equation. Remember that, okay?
Okay, miss.
You said that what, Miss Barbara? What you
I
said the highest?
The like the exponent, when I say power
Mm-hmm.
on a linear equation, the highest power is 1. See, that's like ax to the 1.
The power is ax to the 1.
Yeah, when you don't see a power, it's a 1. Right?
Mhm, mhm.
So for a linear equation, your highest power is 1. If you had a power of 2, you wouldn't have a linear equation, you'd have a quadratic. You got it,
Okay.
Audrey?
Okay.
So that's how I said you could eliminate B, like Mercedes said, you could eliminate B, C, and D, because I said if the power is higher than a 1, it cannot be linear. So B, C, and D cannot be linear. So it can only be A. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. So let's look at number 5, and I'll put this all on the next screen. The solution of 2y plus 9 equal 4 is. Now, I want you to solve for y. Maureen, what would you do to solve this equation for y? Let me Copy it here. You're solving for y. What would you do, Maureen? What would you do first?
So, but let me see, let me concentrate.
You're solving for the value of y, the variable.
Mhm.
So what could be your first step?
Let's see. That's a great one. 2y plus 9 equals to 4.
Okay, Maureen, let me give you a hint. You want to get your constants together. In other words, you want to get the 9 on the side with the 4. So what would you do? What operation?
Oh, subtract
That's it. Subtract 9 from both
from
sides.
both sides. Yeah,
That's it. Subtract 9 from
both
both
sides.
sides. So do that. And what do you get?
Okay.
Do that operation. Subtract the 9, minus 9, and minus 9. Okay, let me put space here so you know that's a subtraction. Okay, Maureen, 2y plus 9 minus 9. What is that equal to?
2y
Plus 9 minus 9. What do I have here on the left side after we do that operation?
y 2y.
2y, very good, 2y.
Yeah,
That's right, because the plus 9 minus 9 give you 0.
it's 0. Yeah,
That's right. Now, what do we have on the right side? What's a plus 4 and a minus 9?
a plus 4 and a minus 5 is
Minus 9,
5.
plus or minus?
A minus.
That's it, minus, because you subtract, the biggest numbers are 9, it has a negative, so that's a minus 5. Now, Maureen, we want to solve for the y. What do we do?
Okay. You subtract. No,
Wait a minute. 2y is, what operation is 2y?
multiply.
That's it. What's the opposite of multiplication?
Add. Divide.
That's it. So what do we divide by?
By 5.
No. The
2.
y is with the 2. So we divide
Uh-huh.
both sides by
5
2.
by 2 divide.
Both sides by 2. Right?
Uh-huh.
So what would that give you, Maureen? Okay, let me just copy this and put the
It will give
2
you
there.
y.
Y would be equal to what?
Okay.
Okay, I'll put the 2 here.
Will be y would be equals to minus 5 something 2
Minus 5 1?
plus 2.
No, you did a division.
Yeah. 25.
So what would it be? Maureen, what's the answer?
I said the answer was B. 2 into let me say 2 is 4 and 1 is 5.
Okay. So if we divide both sides by 2, we have y equal.
Equals 2 2 is 4.
What do you mean 2 2s are 4?
And dividing 5 into 2 into 5, right?
Minus 5 over 2 is just minus 5 halves. So what's the answer?
I thought the answer was B.
That's right. Answer is B. B is in
Yeah.
boy.
But
Yep.
I told you.
Right, okay. Thank you, Maureen.
Barbara,
Answer B. Yes, Mercedes.
why you put the answer like that? I don't understand.
Why do I put the answer like what?
Like -5/2 instead of 2.1 is it the answer?
No, but
No,
you
no, no,
don't
no, no.
see a
No,
So you
two.
don't got that, those answers
You
there,
don't
man.
have that kind of answer here, Mercedes.
What?
-5/2 is the same as -5/2. Same thing,
Okay.
right?
Oh yeah, the two.
You'll see slash or you may see the dash, but they're the same thing. It's numerator over denominator. -5 the numerator to the denominator. So whether you write it like -5/2 or whether you write it as -5/2, it's the same answer. So get accustomed to seeing it both ways.
Oh,
All right.
because I was saying 2 into 5 was 2 times and 1.
You saying what?
I was saying 2 into 5 is 2 times and 1.
2 into 5 is what?
You get 2 out of 5 2 times and the remainder 1.
But where you see an answer like that here?
No. Well, I'm just trying to understand what you explain it, but I will tell you what I was thinking.
Okay, but see, you trying to find something match one of these answers.
Excuse me.
So
yeah.
when we divide out the 2, we get y is
Choice.
-5/2.
Okay.
And whether we write it as -5-/2 or whether we write it -5/2, same thing.
Okay, so that is meaning that those 5/5 -5/2 is the answer.
That's right. That's the answer because that's the same as -5-2, -5/2. Either way, it's expressing a fraction.
Okay.
The
So,
numerators are -5, the denominators are 2,
so
which
there
makes the whole fraction negative, right? Because negative over plus gives negative.
yeah, so they will give you the same answer in the exam.
No, they wouldn't give you a -5/2 and a -5/2 because they're the same. You would never have that as choices because they're equal. It's just a way of expressing the fraction. Like you could say 1/4, you could say 1/4. Aren't they the same? In other words, if you said 1/4, isn't that equal to 1/4? If I put this as 1/4, put the 1 as the numerator over the denominator. Aren't they the same? I could put a 4 underneath here.
Yes.
Yeah, 1/4. Actually, that's going to go to the next line, but okay, let me. Okay, so if I had 1/4, I can write it as 1/4. Like this,
Okay.
same thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
It's still numerator 1, denominator 4,
Okay.
correct?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
Okay, so get accustomed to seeing it both ways, but they would never give you both because they're equal.
No, I'm not thinking about both. I'm just thinking about the answers that they gave. If that they would give an answer just the same way for B.
You mean -5/2?
Yeah.
No, they could give you a -5 with a dash and then a 2.
No,
It's
no.
both-
I meant for the right answer, would they put it in there the way you place it too?
You
The way you
mean
put
right
B,
here?
yeah, yeah. The way you write the B for the answer. Although you
Okay.
have others for me to choose from, and although B is the right answer, would they write it the same way?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
That's why I say get accustomed to seeing it both ways.
Okay.
It's unpredictable how they'll do it. You know, it could be a slash, it could be a dash,
Okay.
because they're equal, right? So get accustomed to seeing these fractions both ways, with a dash separate numerator denominator or with the dash separate numerator denominator. Got it?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. That was number 5. Okay. Audrey. Number 6. This is a substitution of the variable. If 2x minus 5y is 3 and x is 2, what is the value of y? Now, Audrey, where you see the x, you want to put a 2. So what would be your answer?
Then you say X where?
Okay. See, it says if 2x minus 5y equals 3 and
Mhm.
x is equal to 2. What is the value of y? So where you see a x, you want to put a 2. So 2x becomes 2 times 2. Got it?
2 times 2? Yeah.
Because you want to put, it says x is
Well,
equal
you
to
change
2.
the X to a 2 then, that's what you mean?
Yeah, so 2x becomes 2 times 2.
Okay.
So let me just put that here and write exactly what I'm saying. So the x, then we substitute. That's why I call it substitution of the variable, because you put a 2 here. All right. Now, can you solve it, Audrey?
Okay, let's do 2.
We're only doing what they said. X is equal to 2. So I put the 2 for the x.
So that's
Yeah.
2 times 2 is 4.
So what would that? That would be 4, right? 4 minus 5y. Carry out 5y equal 3. Now, solve that for y.
I got this is wrong.
Solve that for y.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, do you
What would you do? 4 minus 5y equals 3. You solve it for y. What would you do?
you subtract 3 from both sides? I don't know.
That's what you're doing.
No, you got your minus 5y on the left. You need to get your 4 on the side with the 3. So what would you do, Audrey?
You add?
Well, if you add, you still have a constant on the left and constant on the right.
I'm not sure.
You
Yet.
got that.
See, that's a plus 4. So you'd have to subtract the 4, Audrey. Right?
From both sides?
That's right. Because if you want just minus 5y left, you've got to subtract 4.
But that's saying 4x.
Not 4x. This is 4.
So we get 4x from.
Okay. Subtract 4 from both sides. So do that. What do you get? This equation. This linear equation, you subtracted 4 from both sides. Okay, so let me just put all of that on one screen. Okay. Go here. Okay. Now we're subtracting the 4 from both sides. So that's minus 4 on the left
Yeah, I didn't have that
and
one.
minus 4
6.
on the right. Now, Audrey, what's on the left? 4 minus 5y minus 4. What would that give you?
5y -1.
What's a plus 4 and a minus 4?
It's a plus 4 and a minus 4.
Yes. Plus 4 and a minus 4 give you what, Audrey?
-1.
No, no, no. Remember I say
Zero.
plus, minus of the same number
Zero.
or variable or number variable combination gives 0.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Remember plus 4 minus
Yeah,
4,
that's
0.
good.
So
Yeah.
what would I write over here on the left, Audrey?
4 is 0,
Well, I have the 0.
Yeah.
What else?
x
There's no x here.
of 5,
You have a minus 5y.
y.
Right? That's a minus 5y because you have a 0 plus a minus 5y that just gives you a minus 5y. Make that bigger. Okay. So the left side is now minus 5y. Okay. What's the right side, Audrey? Plus 3 and a minus 4.
Plus 3. Oh,
A plus 3 and a minus 4 gives what? Unlike you subtract, carry the sign of the
Negative
bigger
1.
absolute value, -1. That's right. Very good. Okay. So now solve for y. What do you do, Audrey?
Hmm.
This minus 5y is minus 5 times y. That's a multiplication. So what do you do, Audrey?
Divide.
Maureen, you, Audrey?
But she ain't hear me anyhow.
No, I
Yeah,
want her to
yeah.
figure it out. Audrey,
Uh-uh.
what do you do to solve for the y?
5y, 5y.
Minus 5 times y equal -1. What do you do to get just y on the left side?
Divide 5y 5.
Divide by what?
Divide by the 5y 5.
You divide both sides by what?
5. 5,
By
right?
the -5.
Hmm.
Divide both sides by -5. Because that coefficient is a negative, right?
Yeah.
So what would that give you, Audrey? Make that bigger. So what would that give you? Y would be equal to
Two.
what? What would y be equal to, Audrey?
Y will be equals to -2. Not sure.
No. 5 minus 5y divided by 5 just gives you y. -1 divided by -5 gives you what, Audrey?
4.
Okay, let me
It's 4.
no, let me do
4.
let me write it
Negative
down.
4.
So okay. Okay. Now we want to divide let me do this. Okay,
Yes,
divide by
okay.
-5. Okay, let's put okay, and divide this right side by -5. So let me do this. So you'd have -5 on the left, -5, and on the right you have -5. Okay,
Right.
so on the left we just have just y left, right?
Mhm.
R1.
Okay, and so what's the answer, Audrey?
-1.
No, -1, that's a fraction. Minus over minus plus, so that would just be 1 over
Hey.
5. 1 over 5, not 5. Because that's a fraction, Maureen, right?
Yeah, I said 1/5.
Yeah, 1/5. That's right. That's the answer. Audrey,
Yeah.
you see how we got the 1/5? we can go back through it. I'll make sure you understand. Okay. Okay. Let's just go back through it. 2x minus 5y equals 3. Our goal here is to solve for y when x is 2. So for the x, we put the 2. There it is right there. Substitution of the variable. 2 times 2, we got 4. So minus 5y equals 3. Everybody with me right here?
Yeah.
Yes,
Mercedes,
I
Yeah,
can
let's
hear me,
do.
miss.
are you
Oh,
there?
Yes,
So you followed how we substituted for
One,
the x to 2.
yes, yes,
equals
And we got 2 times 2 is 4.
yeah.
Minus 5y equals 3.
three.
Now, remember, we're trying to find what is the y value. So we have 4 minus 5y is 3. Subtract the 4 because the 4 is added here. And we want to get the 4 on the side with the 3 with the other constant. So we subtract the 4 and we left with just a negative 5y.
3.
3 minus 4. Remember, unlike signs, you subtract. Take the sign of the greater absolute value number, and that's the 4. So minus 5y equal minus 1. Now we want to solve for the y. So y has a coefficient of a negative 5. So we divide both sides by the negative 5. So a minus 1 over minus 5 gives a plus. Minus over minus gives plus. So y is 1/5. And that answer is what, Audrey? What answer is 1/5? A, B, C, or D? Look on the other side. What answer is 1/5?
Yeah.
A, that's right. A. Questions?
This part, Mr. said a puzzling because when I see the minus 1 and minus 5, I almost think the answer was 6. Then I looked at it and said,
No, but this is division. This is a fraction,
I
really.
looked at it, I really think I said, oh, it's a
Negative 5 is 1.
Yeah, you're switching up your operations, but that's
Yeah.
a division. A fraction is always a division, right?
Okay.
Numerator over denominator. Questions?
No, thank you, miss.
Bring that up. Okay, so the answer is 1/5 or A.
Thank you.
Now, we'll have some more of these substitution of the variables where we give you the value of one of the variables, you substitute it in the equation and solve for the other one. Okay, so we told you x is 2. So wherever you see x in the equation, you want to replace it by the number 2. So we had 2x, we want to say instead of 2 times x, 2 times 2. Got it? And then from there, we only have the y as an unknown variable, and we want to solve for the y. Any questions on number 6? So you think you'll be able to do substitution of the variable?
Not sure.
What is it, Mercedes?
I'm not sure, miss.
Okay, well, let's just try one. I wanted you to take this. Let's take this same. Well, I'll take this one and change it up a bit and see how you solve it. Okay. Now let me just do this. I want to give you a different problem. Okay. Okay, you have this is a 3. 3x. Okay. Plus 6 y equal 10. And y, I'm going to give you the y value this time. Y, let's see, I don't want to come up with a fraction here. Let's see. And y is equal to, let's see, I don't want to come up with a fraction. Let's see. 3, let's see, 18 times. It's okay, we can come up with a fraction. Y is equal to, let's see. Let me make this a 2. It's okay. And y is equal to 2. Okay, so I want you to solve for x. Okay, so I'm giving you a different problem here. I want you to substitute and solve. 3x plus 2y is 10. Y is equal to 2. What is x? Give you a few minutes to solve it. Okay. Let me copy that. 3x plus 2y equals 10. Where you see the y, you want to put a 2. So 2y is 2 times 2. Everybody understand what they're to do here? Mercedes, you okay?
Yeah, I'm trying, miss.
So this is a substitution. For the y, put in a 2 and then solve for the x. Once you put it in, you'll see it's Mr. Math. You can solve it without even going through steps, really. Anybody got a value for x? Maureen, you got a value for x?
Not yet. I know, but I know what it is.
What is it, Maureen?
Not yet.
Like I said, I gave you some nice, easy numbers here. You could really do this mental math. Mercedes, you have an answer? Mercedes,
Can you hear me, miss?
I can hear you now. Do you have an answer?
No, miss. Give me one minute. Let me see if I can get the answer.
Y is 2. So substitution of the variable y, the number 2. So 2y becomes 2 times 2.
2.
Not plus, Maureen, 2
I said
times.
times. I said 2
Okay.
times.
Okay, very good, because that's a multiplication.
Times 2. Equals.
Maureen, you got an answer? Audrey, you have an answer?
No, I don't know if we're doing it right.
One minute, miss.
Mercedes, you have an answer?
1 more minute, miss. 1 more minute.
3 from 3 and 4 is 7.
Okay, let's see.
3 plus 4. 2x plus 2 is 4. And 3 plus 4 is 7. 3 x plus 2. 3 plus 2.
No answers yet?
7. No, no, I
X is
need
equal
to-
to 2, Miss.
Mercedes, what did you say?
X is equal to 2.
You said X is 2?
X plus
Yes, Miss. Equal to
And-
2.
Okay, any other answers?
plus y equals
Wait a
Audrey,
minute.
you have an answer?
Wait, Miss, I see me the error. No, I didn't. I'm right. I didn't make an error.
Maureen, you have an answer?
No. I got answer. I don't.
y.
Let's see.
Okay, Mercedes said X is 2. Any other answer?
Hold on. 4, 3.
Any other answers? Anybody else?
I got confused in this.
So I've got X is equal to 2.
4. I'll find 4. 3.
Audrey, you got an answer?
Oh no. I got an answer, got stuck here. This subtracting, adding, and everything else. How
What
the
about
confused?
you, Maureen?
I get 3 over 10. I know.
What did you get for X, Maureen?
3 over 10. I don't know.
Okay, you got 3 over 10. Audrey, you get any answers?
No. Yeah, this 4 is subtracting the 3.
Okay,
4x plus 5y equals to 10. Okay, 10.
okay. Now,
Then you
if you
subtract
put
4x
Y is 2
2.
here, let's just do this.
4 plus 10.
And I said Y is equal to 2. What is X? So let's just put,
It's 3.
let's just put the 2 here for the Y. So that's 2 times 2,
It's
right?
4.
Yeah.
Audrey,
4.
did you get that?
Yeah, you
I
got
get
4
that.
y.
Okay, Maureen, you got that for?
Yes, plus
Yeah.
4y.
Okay, so let's, 2
And
times
then
2 is
subtract
what,
the 4.
Maureen?
Huh?
What's 2 times 2?
It's
4.
4.
Okay, so let's
got
just
that.
put 3x
3x plus 4.
plus 4 is 10. Now, at this
Right.
point, it's mental math, really, right?
Uh-huh.
What number adds to 4 to give you 10, Maureen?
6.
Huh?
What number adds to 4 to give you 10?
What
6.
number add to 40?
No,
4.
4.
Oh,
What do you add to 4 to get 10?
So you
6.
subtract 4 from both sides.
6, right?
Uh,
So if
Subtract 4 from
you
both sides.
add 6, 3x is 6. So,
Uh.
Maureen, what would x be equal to? If 3x is 6, what is x?
6.
X is 4.
No,
X
I
is
said
4.
3x is 6. 3x is equal to 6. What is x?
4.
No,
3x is equals to 6.
what is x?
3x.
No, Maureen. 3x equal 6. X can only
2.
be one number. It's 2. So
Yeah.
what Mercedes said is right. X is 2 is the correct answer. You could get it right from here, right? Or you could go through and subtract the 10 minus 4 and get the 6, and
Right.
then divide the 6 by the 3.
Oh, yes.
But you could stop right here and say,
Yeah,
What
she's right.
number do I add to 4 to
Yeah.
get 10? The
The
number
number
is 6.
6,
So
yeah.
3x is 6. So
Of course,
x
it's
has to be
63.
2.
Yeah,
So
that's
x
right.
then has to be equal to 2, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't get that part yet. I just saw how the 3x equals 10, and then I saying all these 4
Now
from
3x is 6, Audrey, because you'll subtract the 4 from both
Yes,
sides.
well, I just needed, yes, that's what I did.
Yeah,
When
and
I
you
get
have
the
3x
6,
is 6.
and
So
then
you
I have
got
to
this 4?
3x multiply means to divide. So
Well, you
then,
divide by
yes,
3, and
by
6
3,
over
I get
3
2.
is 2.
2, yes.
Yeah, but
That's
I'm
how far
just
I get. I
saying you could.
just get to the first part, so I subtracted the 4 from both sides.
Yeah,
And I
that's
get
right.
6,
Subtract the 4, you got that far, right? But
right?
once you
Yes.
got here,
But then I have to do
Audrey,
that, get only 3x.
yeah, but once you got here, 3x is equal to 6. You can say, well, there's only one number I can multiply by 3 and get 6, and that's the number 2. So my answer is 2. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Maureen, how do you get 3 over 10? That's okay. You don't have to tell me. You probably found your error. So Mercedes correct, and that's the answer. X equals to 2. Got it? Mercedes, did you do it mental math, or did you go through the steps?
I go to the steps, miss. But
Okay. All right. But you didn't get to your 3x is 6 and realize, oh, well, I can only
as I
have a
reached
2
there,
here.
as I reached there, I said, "Oh boy, it's 2."
Yeah, but I'm just saying, even if you started up here where it say y is 2, and once
Yeah.
you put 2 times 2 is 4,
4.
and you say, well, 4 plus what number gives me 10? That's only 6. But
Yeah.
if 3x is that number and it's equivalent to 6, x can only be 2. I'm just showing ways you could get
Yeah,
answers without
mentally.
going through a lot of steps. Yeah, because in some cases, just one number that satisfies the equation. In other words, 6 plus 4 is 10. So if you have a 4, only 6 added to 4 gives you 10. But if that 6 is 3 times some variable x, then that variable has to be 2. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's called substitution of the variable. Let me
Yeah,
just
Miss
write it
once I
here.
didn't understand it.
What is it, Mercedes?
Once I didn't understand when you say put the 2 where the y is or the x is. I didn't used to understand it.
Yeah, but now you understand, right? Substitution of the variable. That's what we call that. Substitution of the variable. So if you substitute the variable and solve, then you could solve for the other variable. Okay. All right, let's go to number 7. And I think you could do this one because remember, you want to get this in the format. Let me just put this here. You want to get it into y equal mx plus b format. So let's just put that there. And you want, when you finish, you want your equation to be in the format y equal mx plus b. That's the general format. Okay. So take the 4y minus 2x. Maureen, what would be your first step?
Is that 7 or 8, miss?
We're doing 7.
Okay.
Write this equation in slope intercept format, something we looked at before. That's the y equal mx plus b. So you're really taking this equation and solving it for y. All right. Now notice your x is on the right side. See the mx plus b. So you need to get that 2x on the right. And your 10 is in the right place. It's on the right. That's your b.
Okay, Miss Barbara.
So my y is 2x.
What is it, Maureen?
2x.
What about 2x?
You asked me what is my
No, I said
What is,
the minus 2x you need to get on the right side. Because remember the mx, that's on the right, the y is on the left, equal the x variable with its coefficient is on the right plus the constant b. So take this equation
like this?
for y minus 2x, solve it for y. What do you do first, Maureen?
The subtract,
Subtract what?
and the 2x from both sides, the 10 and the 2.
Maureen, why would you subtract? You're already subtracting, right?
Uh,
Minus and minus 2x,
add,
that's subtracting. So you'd have to add the
add.
2x to both sides.
Uh,
Okay, add 2x to both sides. Everybody do that. Tell me what you get.
add 2 to both sides.
2x.
So I get 10x, I get x, right? So I will get 4y,
Okay, Mercedes likes to put hers underneath, so let's just put
4y
2x.
Better that way.
Okay, and on the right
equals,
side, you do it on the right side too, Mercedes. You put it next to it.
Yes, miss.
You do it here too. Plus 2x. All righty. Now what do you have left, Mercedes? When you do that operation, what's on the left side?
A Y.
You're throwing away the 4?
4y,
I say 4Y, 4Y.
Oh, I didn't hear you say 4y.
Sorry.
4y, and that's minus 2x plus 2x is 0.
Yes.
So that's equal 10 plus
10.
2x. Now let me put the 2x in front because then it looks like the y-intercept equation. So 2x plus 10. Okay, we're very close now.
Miss, I
We've
don't
got
understand that.
4y equals
Miss,
2x
when-
plus 10.
Oh, hold a minute, miss. I don't understand why you put the 2x under the 10, so you don't use it, you just put it down again.
Well, 10 plus 2x is the same as 2x plus 10. Same thing. I'm putting it this way because my mx is mx plus the constant.
Oh, so pick it up.
Remember, I'm trying to get it in a slope intercept form.
Oh,
The slope
okay.
intercept is y equal mx
Oh.
plus
You
b.
have to put down the 2x.
So that's why I'm putting 2x, that's
Plus
2,
10.
being my m, and 10 being my
Oh,
b
got
constant.
you.
Got me?
Yes.
Okay, now you just have one more step. Maureen, what is that step?
subtract,
No, Maureen,
divide.
that's it. Very good,
Divide.
Maureen, because you're trying to get the y. So you're gonna divide.
Yeah.
What do you divide, Maureen? Both sides by
Divide
what?
by 2.
By what?
Both sides by 10.
By what, Maureen?
Just say the right and then change, Marine.
4.
You're trying to solve for y.
Oh,
By
oh, by,
4.
oh yeah, by
Maureen?
4.
By 4. There you go. I knew you knew it. Now,
I think
divide
about X, sorry,
both
guys.
sides by 4. So let's just copy this and put that 4 on both sides as a divisor. Okay, so on the right side, let's see, we want to put a 4. On the left side, we want to put a 4, and on the right side, we want to put a 4. Okay, there we go. Now put the 4 underneath on the left. There we go, a 4, and put a 4 here on the right. Okay, now I'll make that bigger. Okay. That way we can all see it. Okay. Okay, now let's bring that up some. Okay, now, what do I have on the left side, Audrey? 4y. Let me just
That's 4y.
bring this all over here. So we'll have it all together without breaking it up.
Y,
Okay, now, when I divide 4y by 4, Audrey, what do I get?
Y,
That's it, very good. Now, so that's y equal, let me make that the same size. Size is the other, so it's nice and clear. And this is the little y. You don't want to mix them up. Okay, now 2x plus 10 divided by 4. So Audrey, what's 2x over 4? Because we have to divide each one of
4,
these by 2, right?
yes,
So what's 2x over 4?
1/4,
2 over 4 is what? Let's see what's these answers. We want to, okay, it's just left with the 10 over 4. Okay, so 2x over 4 is what, Audrey?
is a half,
It's a half, that's right. So this is 1
1/2,
1 over
2 plus
2x. And the 10 is over 4, and I think it
over
was
4.
just left as 10 over 4.
Over 4.
That's it, 10 over 4. That's your answer. And which one does that match? 1/2 x plus 10 over 4. That's answer B, right? There you go.
Yeah.
Answer B. So, questions?
Nope.
Answer. Yes, Mercedes.
Because you're doing a work for the slope, that's the reason why you wouldn't touch the 10. That's what I don't understand.
What do you mean touch
That's
the
the
10?
part of it, like how you work out.
Well, remember we said to, let's go back up here together. Write this equation in slope intercept format.
Okay.
Slope
okay.
intercept format is, and I gave it to you right here. That's the y equal mx plus b. That's the slope intercept format.
So you're trying to get it back the way it is.
Well, the slope intercept is y equal mx plus b, but the tan there is my constant, and it's already on the right side,
So just leave it.
right? So I don't have to do anything with the tan. It's already where it's supposed to be. But I want just y equals something, so I'll have to divide that tan by something because I'll have some coefficients in front of my y and my x, right? Okay, so what do you do first? Add the 2x to both sides. Let me just make this bigger. Okay. So that's okay. So add the 2x to both sides, and that gave us the 4y equal 2x plus 10, because the minus 2x plus 2x is 0. So I have just 4y left, right? Now the coefficient of my y is a 4, and I want just y equals something. So I have to divide out that coefficient, divide both sides by the 4. So that's 4y divided by 4, and 2x plus 10 divided by 4, right?
Okay.
And then I think Audrey said the 2x over 4 is 1/2. So that's 1/2 x. And there's my tan divided by 4. So what is my m? What is your m, Audrey? Now it's in that format. There's my m. What is my m?
M is 10 over 4.
No, M is the coefficient of the
Big
X.
one. Mid
What
one.
is the M, Audrey?
Oh, half.
That's it. That's my
Mm.
M. My M is 1/2. What is my B, Maureen?
And
Maureen, what is B?
Huh?
What is B?
I wasn't even listening to you.
Yeah, I know you weren't. That's why I'm asking you this. What is the B, Maureen?
And 4?
No. Y equal mx plus b. There's the y. Audrey gave you the m. That's the 1/2.
Or
B is the
10.
10 over 4. No,
Uh-huh.
10 over 4 is
4.
the b.
Uh-huh.
Now it's in the slope intercept format where you have m, the slope, times the variable x plus b, the y-intercept, which here is 10 over 4. Got it?
or B, you said is the intercept.
What is it, Audrey?
You said the B is the intercept.
It's called the y-intercept. Let me
Oh, the
put it
y
here,
intercept.
although
Okay.
we're gonna look at this more in the detail later when we look at slope. But that's what it's called, y-intercept. Okay,
Okay.
so let me just put b equal y-intercept. We'll keep it with the b like the little b. Okay, so when you see the general format of the slope intercept equation, the b is the y-intercept. And we'll just leave it like that, and we'll say more about that later. But what I want you to understand from this is that once you get it in this format, the coefficient of the x is your slope. That's your rise over run, 1/2. And the 10 over 4 is the y-intercept, because now it's in that y equal mx plus b, this format right here. That's the general format. Any questions? Because this is a common kind of problem where you're given an equation and you're to write it in the slope intercept format. In other words, you want to get it to look like y equal mx plus b. Questions? Number 7. No questions? No? No questions, then I'll give you one to practice. Okay. Write this equation in slope intercept format. Okay. 3y. Okay. Plus 5x equal minus. Somebody's phone should be on mute or vibrate. Okay.
The church members.
Is that now? 5?
Keep your phones on mute or vibrate. We shouldn't hear those sounds there.
Just turn it off.
Okay. All right. Now, this equation, 3y plus 5x equal minus 8. I want you to write this equation in slope intercept format, just like we did this one. Okay, so just put it here. Write this equation in slope intercept format. I want everybody to do that. So when you finish, what would the equation look like? It will look like y. Let me just write here what it's going to look like. Y equal mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So when you get your equation in the right format, this is the format it will look. So on the left side, you should just have y. Put that y. And on the right side, you should have the slope in front of the x and then plus the b. So let's see, put there. I'll give you a couple of minutes to work on that one.
Got to do that.
Yes, I want you to write that in the slope intercept format. So when you get finished, it should be one in the format y equal mx plus b. So you want to take this equations 3y plus 5x equal minus 8 and get it in the format y equal mx plus b. So when you're done, it should just be y on the left. It should be the slope in front of the x on the right and plus the y-intercept. And the y-intercept does not have to be plus, it could be minus. Everybody understand what they have to do here?
Okay, let's see. Three, five, nine.
Mercedes? Mercedes, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
What did you do for your first step?
My first step is I am subtracting 3 on both sides.
You're subtracting what?
3.
Nope, that's not your first step. Maureen, what is your first step?
I'm figuring it out.
Audrey, what is your first step?
I subtract 5x from both sides.
Perfect. Follow Audrey. Audrey's starting it right.
You know, let's start with 5x and cross it and go put 3.
Follow Audrey. She's got it right. Subtract the
I
5x.
started
Both
just like
sides.
that and say I'm wrong. And
What happened, Mercedes?
I started just like what she said and cross it out and started with 3.
No, you want to get that x. Remember, see that x, mx on the right side? So Audrey started it off right. Okay. Now, for all of you, when you subtract that 5x, now put that 5x in front of the constant because you want to say mx plus b. So when you subtract the 5x, put it in front of your minus 8. Okay? Your minus 5x, put it in front of your minus 8. Everybody understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, 5x minus 8.
Okay, here's, okay. She subtracted her 5x. So when she got finished, this is what it would look like. Okay, so put your minus
Oh,
5x, do it like this, okay? This is minus, okay. And this is gonna come out because you subtracted, so that's a 0. So after Audrey does her first step, it should look like this, 3y equal minus 5x minus 8. Okay. Okay. Because remember, you want that mx to be in front of that constant. So now you're at this point, and then your next step. Maureen, what do you do next?
Okay,
What's your next step?
subtract your odds. No.
You're solving for y, Maureen.
Oh,
So what's your next step?
3y. I know.
3y is a multiplication, Maureen. So what's your next step?
Division.
Division. So what do?
Divide both sides
By what?
by 8.
3.
No.
No, what is your multiplication?
Or 3
Yeah, divide both sides by
by
3.
3y.
Not 3y, 3.
Or
You want
3.
y
Okay.
left on the left, right?
Uh-huh.
Divide both
Sides.
sides by 3. So do that and tell me what you get.
So I get y
Okay, y equal what?
plus
Equal what?
2/5.
5x minus 8.
I get 2 and 2/5.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so you got y equal minus 5x minus 8. Let's put that here. And what else, Maureen?
Here is a 5.
That's
Okay.
divided by the 3, right?
Yeah.
So you want to put 3 underneath here.
Oh, the other way around.
Yep, there you go. Because you divided both sides by 3, right? 3y
Yeah.
over 3 is just y. Minus 5x minus 8 is minus 5x minus 8 over 3.
3
Now, what did you get, Maureen?
minus
Okay.
over 3. 2/5.
So I will get y is what you want, right?
Yeah, y equal what?
Y equals 5x. No, y equals to 5. Right?
Y equal 1?
We divided both sides by 3, right?
Okay.
So let's see.
2 and 2/5.
3
Or 2.5. 2 and 2/5.
divide both sides by 3.
Remember, the minus 5x divided by 3 and the minus 8 divided by 3. What does that give you, Maureen?
F8 divided by 3.
Let me put all this on.
F8, if you divide 3 by 8, you're going to get it.
2 and 2/5.
I don't know.
So what is this equal to? This be minus 5x over 3
Uh-huh.
and then a minus 8 over 3,
Right.
right? So tell me what to write, Maureen.
Okay.
What should I write?
3. Let me see. You subtract 3 from 5, right?
No, that's a division, Maureen. That's not a
If
subtraction.
you divide 3 into 5, you get 2/3.
No, just leave it as it is. Minus 5x over 3 is just minus
Okay, over 3.
5x over 3,
Oh,
right? We don't have to do anything with it. We can just leave it like that
Mhm.
and put the 3 under here, right? Put the 3,
Over 3.
right? And then minus 8 over 3. That's our constant. Minus 8 over 3. You don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to make it a mixed number, a fraction, a decimal. Just leave it just like that.
Plus
Okay, miss, I got last one ready.
Okay. All right. Let's go
over
back
3.
through it. Okay. Let me just make that bigger. this over.
5/3 and 8/3.
Okay, bring this over and take out this underline in the middle because we don't need that. Okay. So that's the way your answer would look. The minus here. And that minus applies to both the 8 and the 3. Okay. And that would be your answer.
I hear Latoya this evening, she must have sick.
Yeah.
What is it?
I said, I hear Latoya, she must have sick.
Oh, no, I didn't hear Latoya either. -5/3, that's your M. That's in front of the X. -8/3 is your B. That's your constant. Now, Mercedes, you said you had a question?
I have lost, miss. I didn't grab it. I read somewhere there and saw it about 2 times. So I don't know why I'm mixing. I'm missing.
Okay. 3y equal -5x minus 8. All right. Now, let's see. Okay. So we subtracted, well, let me just do here. Okay. Subtract, I think Audrey told me, subtract 5x from both sides. Mercedes, you okay with that?
Okay.
The 5x, right? Because we want our x over here. So the 5x plus 5x minus 5x would just give me 3y. That's a 0, right? -5x plus 5x. But on the right side, I subtract, that would be a -5x. But I put it in the front here because the general format has the mx. It has the x followed by the constant. You follow?
Okay.
And the -8 is already there. So I said -8. You with me?
Yes.
Okay. 3y equal -5x minus 8. Now I want just y equal to something. And this 3y is a multiplication. So that means I divide by my 3, both sides. So 3y divided by 3 is just y. -5x minus 8, all divided by 3. With me?
Yes.
Okay, now that means the -5x is divided by 3 and the -8 divided by 3. Okay, so I just separated it out. -5x over 3 -8 over 3. So that m is the -5 over 3. So my slope is -5 over 3. That's the coefficient of the x. And then my b is my -8 over 3.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes, I'm still going to review the recording.
Okay. But is it clear what we did here to solve for the y?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Want to make sure. Okay. Right. Let me just make that. Okay. Okay. So this is, like I say, a very common kind of problem where you given an equation, but it's not in the slope intercept format, but you want to get it in the slope intercept format, which is y equal mx plus b. Everybody clear on that?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to number 8. Maureen, you want to read number 8?
Okay. A widget is being sold in a store for $135.40 and has been marked up 7%. How much did the store pay for the widget?
Okay, Now, if it's marked up 7%, what does that tell you about your answer?
That you add 7%.
No, what does that tell you about your answer? If it's marked up, that
Oh,
means
It's
you got,
70%. It's 7% of the money.
no. That tells you that that 135.40 is greater than your answer. Right? So if the 135.40 is greater than your
Subtract
answer, then
7%.
it
Yeah.
cannot be B. It's got to be between A, C, and D. Because if you marked it up, that means what you paid for it is less than the 135.40.
Mm.
And how do you figure it?
Find 7% of the 135.
No,
That's
no,
it. Okay.
no, 100%. So that means 107% times some value is equal to 135.40. So you can write it like this.
Excuse me.
Okay, 107%
Oh, I see.
of a value is equal to 135.40. And we can make that percent a decimal. So that percent as a decimal would be 1.07, and we can call the value X 1.07 times, we'll call the value X is equal to that 135.40. So how would you solve for X, Mercedes?
Oh dear, miss. I'm sorry.
Okay, how would you solve for X? So 107% of a value, because it's a markup.
Okay, miss.
We trying to find what they pay for it.
Oh, you say for X, you would that's 1.07
How would you solve this equation for X?
divide, miss.
Yes, you divide. Do that. Divide the 1.07x by 1.07, divide the right side by 1.07. And what do you get?
I am getting
X would be equal to, and that would be your answer, 135.40 divided by 1.07. And what did you get, Mercedes?
turn it around, miss. I said it wrong. I put in 1.07 first, miss. Or the 135 first.
Well, what do you divide?
The one divide 1.07.
No, you divide 135.40 by 1.07.
If I'm asked if I should put it in first.
No, what do you put in first? You put your dividend, your numerator, and then divide it by your denominator.
126.54.
That's it, Audrey. You get 126.54. That's your answer.
I divide the other thing. I multiply it. That's why I did.
126.54. That's your answer.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Yeah, Mercedes, you understand how you put it in your?
Yes, yes. What I did first, I put it in wrong. That's why I get a wrong answer.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You put in your dividend or your numerator first, and then divide it by your denominator.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Okay. There's your answer. Answer A. Since it's a markup, you know that your price was smaller than that number and you marked it up. Okay, so answer A. Questions on number 8.
Oh, thank you, miss.
Okay, now number 9. Maureen, read number 9. Tell me how you would solve it.
The formula for a perimeter of a rectangle is given by P equals 21 plus.
No,
No,
2 less
two
plus
length
2
plus 2 width. where L is the length and W is the width. Assume the perimeter of the rectangular plot of land is 480 feet. The length is twice the width. Find the length of the rectangular plot of land.
Okay. So Maureen, there's your parameter. Know you'll need that, right? And okay, the parameter is 480 feet. That's the parameter. You'll need that.
Mhm.
And the length is twice the width. You need that.
Uh,
Okay. So Maureen, how do you think you would solve this?
Okay. Find what the length is twice the width.
Mhm.
I
So,
would divide, let me see,
No.
two length. That's assume the perimeter of the rectangle.
well, you know you need the parameter
do this.
formula, right?
Mhm.
So let's just put that there. You know you'll need that. And what's the relationship between the length and the width?
It's length added addition.
How, Audrey, how would you convert these words to actual equation here? Length is twice the width. So the length is going to
Length
be
and
what,
width.
Audrey?
Huh?
So what
The
was the
length-
length?
The length is 240.
So that's like two tubes.
480 is the perimeter. Are we assuming it is the perimeter?
Yeah,
And-
that's the parameter,
and
but the
four-
length would be equal to what?
The length of either the 120, and if it is twice the width.
No, I don't want it in numbers here. I want to know how would I write length is twice the width? Length
Oh.
equal what?
L plus W times 2.
No, length is twice the width.
Oh,
L-
the length is twice.
Length would be,
X,
two.
W.
And that's 2W plus W.
no, twice. That's a
W.
multiplication.
Yeah,
What is it, Maureen?
X, L, X, W.
No, length is twice the width.
The length is twice.
Oh,
so that
length
is
plus
L.
2L plus 2.
No, length is
plus
twice
L
the
to the
width.
second power then.
Length is 2W.
Yeah,
Okay. L equal 2W.
2W. Yeah.
I put
Right?
two
Yeah.
times W. That way.
No, it says twice the. Twice the means multiplication,
Multiply by
Yeah.
2.
right? So
Uh-huh.
now if the length is twice the width, substitute that in this parameter equation. Now let me just bring this all over here. Okay. Now, so where you have length, you're going to put 2 widths, right? So
Yeah.
take this equation,
281.
all right?
P
Take that equation.
plus 2W.
Now, length is twice the width. So wherever you see length, remember we said substitution? You want to
Yeah.
put in 2 widths,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Uh,
Now you've got, so perimeter is 2 times 2W plus 2W. Maureen, what is that equal to?
6W.
Okay, 6W. Very good. Okay. So let's just copy that. Maureen multiplied her 2 times 2. She got a 4W and added to the 2. So she got 6W. There we go. Very good. Now they gave us a value for the parameter. What was that value, Maureen?
480.
So put the 480 and I want you to calculate the W. So put the 480 that was given in the problem. 480 was the parameter. Okay, we put it over here. Okay. Okay, 480 equal, let me back up. 480 equals 6W. So Maureen, what is W?
Plus W.
W would be 80 feet.
So 80 would be 6 times 80 is 480, right? So that would be W. Okay, let me put this here.
So P.
Make that bigger.
2
Okay,
times
480 is equal to 6W, like Maureen said. Okay. All right, now W is equal to 80 because you divide both sides by 6, right? So W
W.
Ouch.
equals 80.
Equals
Okay, but if 80 is width, Maureen, what is the length?
W is equal to 80.
80.
So what our problem,
180.
what is our length?
Length would be 82.
No, length is twice W,
What is W?
right?
Oh, 160.
That's it. You got it. Very good. Length equals 2W,
40.
and that's equal to 2 times 80. And that's equal to 160. And what
feet.
answer is that?
What equals
C.
C?
Answer, let's go back up here.
Yes.
Answer
160
C.
feet.
I just saying that the whole thing is 40.
Answer C. What did you get, Audrey?
I had D.
Okay, it's answer C, right? Answer
Equals 2.
C. Any questions, anybody?
Does
Equals
that mean 160 is
No, I
one
did it
side
that
of
one.
the rectangle?
160 is the length and the width is 80.
I'm saying one side. Remember, the rectangle carry two sides.
No, it's radio 21 and then
Well, what is two lengths? Two lengths would be 320. Two widths would be 160. And 160 and 320 adds up to 480. That's the perimeter. Right, Mercedes?
But the question I'm asking is it 160 for one side of the, or is 80 is one side of it?
Yeah, that's just one side, but perimeter is the sum of two sides.
I
Two
know.
sides of length plus two sides of width. That's just one length,
Yes.
right? But if you want to check to see if it's correct, you'd have to take two of these lengths plus two of the width, and they should add up to 480. And that's what they do, because 2 times 160 is 320. 2 times 80 is 160, and 160 and 320 does add to 480. And that's the parameter they gave us, right?
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, miss.
That's how you can check it. Okay, and I think this may be the last one, right?
Yeah, 10 is last.
Number 10. Now,
A dealership.
did you do it, Maureen? You did number 10?
I don't think so.
Or do you do number 10?
Okay, this
I do it,
is
but I don't know if it was right.
What did you get?
I think I put answer A.
No, it's not A.
Everything it is
let's see.
A or D. You want to them, but I had D first and I think I changed it.
What did you have first?
I had D first and then I changed it.
You had D?
Yeah.
No, let's see. Okay, let's just take here.
I
So,
think the answer should be
The answer is B.
Mm.
That is the answer, B. Right? Because what you have to do is it says 5 years after purchase. So the X will be the 5. So multiply the
and
5
then get
by
55.
the
Get 50 multiplied it.
1100 and then subtract that
Right. And
from
then so I got it
25.
22,000.
That's
what I had
right.
here. That?
That's
Yeah, I
it.
had
And
that
that
one.
would give you answer.
They had 3 different answers here and they didn't sort in the 93. But I got that one in 500
Okay,
or the same.
so-
Right?
5,500 negative subtracted from 25,000
Right.
gives you 19,500.
500, yeah.
Questions
Yeah.
on this problem?
I had it right, and I still crossed out. I ain't sure. I don't myself.
You had B? Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
don't
B.
myself, though. I don't myself. Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Because
see.
I take the negative 1100 and multiply it by 5. I
That's
get
it.
5,500.
That's
And I
it.
get
And subtract
5,500.
that from
And then I
25,000,
subtract
Audrey.
from the 25,000. Yeah, that's what I
That's
did.
your
But I didn't
answer.
start it. I didn't send it.
That's
That's
your
all right.
answer.
Yeah.
Any questions on number 10?
But I put D. Okay.
I have to review it, miss, because sleep is overcoming me.
Okay. All right.
Huh?
Okay.
That's what happening.
Well,
I'm listening.
okay, there's some well, actually 6:30. So I think I have some more. Let me just do share. Okay. I guess it's time to stop. My screen is freezing again. Okay, so
Okay.
we'll stop here. We'll do some more linear equations before we go to quadratics, because I think we need some more practice on our
Practicing.
linear
Yes, we need some more
equations.
practice.
We need some more practice on our linear equations. Okay.
Yeah.
Now next week we're on spring break for the whole week,
Yeah.
which means no Monday classes, no Thursday
No
classes.
Thursday classes.
Okay. Now I am not giving you anything to do, but I want you to go ahead, go and review what
Review
we've
all of what
gone
you gave us.
over. Yes, the
Okay.
ones we've had before. I want you to review those. And when we come back, we'll continue with our linear equations. I want you to know that slope intercept formula, the general format. I want you to know that upside down, backwards, forward.
Okay.
Okay, I want you to take any equation I give you and convert it to a slope intercept format.
Okay.
Okay, I want you to be able to do that. I want
So
you
you
to
can
take,
just send what we do just now to us, right?
what is it, Maureen?
What we do just now, you can send to us.
Yeah, the things I've given you already. I'm not sending you anything additional. For the
Okay,
break.
all right.
Okay,
Corrections.
nothing additional. I just
The
want you to
correction.
go over what we've done and understand it, and we'll continue with our
Mhm.
linear equations because we need some more practice on that.
Yeah.
We need some more
Okay,
practice.
let's
Because
substitution is
I
not-
have some tables I want to go through with linear equations and want to make sure you
Because I've got some
understand how to use
substitution
those
and all that kind of
tables.
stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Substitution of the variable,
Yeah.
general format of the slope intercept, y equal mx plus b, being able to do the substitution, being able to solve any linear equation that I give you. All right. Knowing what operations you do. And you have enough work we've gone over to go over that and understand that. Okay. So no additional work am I giving you for the break.
We'll come back, Miss Barbara.
Okay.
We come back the week after. It's just 1 week.
Okay.
Okay. So
you.
we on break and we come back. Let's see, today
Okay.
is what, the
Today the
3rd,
3rd,
and we're out on the 10th. So we come back on the 17th.
17th.
The Monday class, the 17th, and then the Thursday class, the 20th. Any questions on anything we've gone over? So enjoy your spring break. All right.
Okay.
And
thank you.
please look over your work.
So
So
we
you
can
come
see
back.
you Thursday, right?
Oh, yes,
Next
we have class Thursday. Yes,
Yeah.
we have class on Thursday. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
It's just that the college prep only meets 1 day a week, and that's Monday.
Yeah.
So this is our last class until the break. We come back on the 17th. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Any questions on anything we've gone over?
Thank you so much.
Mm.
Any questions?